sorry. I didn't mean to show up like this.
Do I know you?
Dad, please.
Miles, what happened?
This guy hurt my daughter. So I killed him. I never asked you for anything in my life. But I'm desperate.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Screenstars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2023 thriller Knox Goes Away. The film is produced, directed and stars Michael Keaton as well as Al Pachino and James Marsden. Now the film follows John Knox, played by Michael Keaton, who is a professional hitman by trade. He is estranged from his son. He hasn't seen him for many years. And right at the beginning of the film, you see him kind of having forgetful moments. And very quickly he's diagnosed with an advanced form of dementia that is going to consume him in a matter of weeks. He starts putting his house in order. He does one last hit that doesn't go according to plan, so he's got to try and cover that up, but he knows the police are going to be tracking him. And then his long-lost son comes and finds him, knocks on his door and drops the bombshell that he's just killed somebody that raped and got his 16-year-old daughter pregnant. Michael Keaton's John Knox then agrees to help his son try and cover up the crime. And this leads down to a trail where the police are trying to catch up with him. All the time he's struggling because he keeps losing and forgetting things. And he's trying to put a fairly complex plan in place for him to kind of get out and for his family to get out and be financially rewarded. Right, what are my thoughts on Knox Goes Away? Well, this has actually been, actually quite an anticipated film by me. I became aware of this several months ago, probably back end of last year. I'm a big fan of Michael Keaton. I think he's one of the most underrated actors ever, really. I mean, he's a fabulous actor. And he's done some incredibly memorable movie roles, in my opinion. I have done a top 10 list of my favourite Michael Keaton films, and if I was to kind of do that list again, this would probably be very close to making that list, because we have here a really nicely constructed thriller. Now we are seeing, and I reviewed last week Sleeping Dogs with Russell Crowe, and that has a similar premise, I suppose. And by the premise, I mean Russell Crowe's character was suffering with Alzheimer's in that film, and Michael Keaton in this film is suffering with dementia, which are essentially the same things, but in this film, Michael Keaton's dementia is far more advanced and irreversible. So what you get here is and I do think some people watching this will probably struggle with the pacing, and that if you watch the trailer kind of presents a different film, as trailers generally do, and so I think some people might come out of this film feeling like it was a bit of a slog. Now I really like that, because I thought it was quite smartly written, this film. And with, I mean, all the paraphernalia that you see and all the quotes and stuff are saying like a career best performance by Michael Keaton. That's a bold statement, in my opinion, because he's done some absolutely incredible roles and parts over the years. He's had Oscar-nominated roles, and so I don't know if I'd go as far as to say this is a career best performance by Keaton, but it's up there. It's definitely probably getting close to his top 5 career best performances. It's not an easy role to pull off. He's playing like a professional hitman, but he's also got to make him somewhat likable and somebody that you can connect to, and he does it, and he does it effortlessly. And the absence moments that he has in the film, the forgetful moments, they don't feel forced. They're very subtle at times. They don't force the issue. Trying to, treat the audience like imbeciles by explaining every single thing that he's doing, or absence that he's having, or things that he's forgetting, it treats you like an intellectual, the film, if you like. And there are moments in this film where he has these moments, and you're kind of along the ride with him, and you kind of figure out that, okay, that's happened because he forgot this, or this has happened because of this sort of thing. It doesn't over-explain itself. Some films treat you like an infant, really, and this one absolutely doesn't. We've also got here Al Pacino. Now, initially, my thoughts on Al Pacino in this film were, why is he in the film? He's barely in it initially, and then he has a slightly more prominent role near the end of the film, if you like, and it actually comes across as quite a pivotal role, and they do get some quiet moments together, him and Michael Keaton's character, and it does feel like an important character by the end. But initially, when I first kind of met Al Pacino's character, I was a bit like, why is he here? He doesn't feel like he's adding anything to the film. And then you've got James Marsden, who plays his son, Miles, who I think gives a very, very strong performance too. And it's also a film that kind of keeps you guessing, because, like I say, you've got the police investigating these two killings. So you've got the killing where it was the last hit that Michael Keaton did, where it went wrong and he tried to cover his tracks the best he could. The police are kind of onto him on that. So he's got to kind of figure out how to avoid, evidence or detection on that one. But also, he's got to try and cover up the murder that his son has done. And the police are onto that one too. So you kind of, it keeps you guessing as to how he's doing all this. And he puts together this elaborate plan that you're not fully aware of, and he has to kind of make notes so that he doesn't forget what the plan is. And the only person that he confides to in the film is Al Pacino's character, who is kind of constantly reminding him about the plan. Oh, and have you done this, and have you done that? Because he naturally forgets. And it also manages, and to me, it shows that a film has done its job in regards to giving you characters you can connect to and relate to. At the end of the film, it actually got quite emotional, and I choked up a little bit. And that, as I've said, for me, the writing has been done properly. So I was impressed with this film. I thought it was nicely made. I'm not actually sure. I mean, I know Michael Keaton's directed this, but I'm not actually sure if he's directed anything else. I never thought to check, actually, before I did this review. But he's, a great director. I think he did a great job here. Has obviously got a gift for it, and I would like to see more films directed by Michael Keaton, if I'm honest. I think if you're looking for a thoughtful, clever, intellectual, and deliberately paced thriller, then I think you're going to enjoy this one. If you're a fan of Michael Keaton, I think you're really going to enjoy this one. I thought this was an impressive film, and I was very much engaged throughout this one. So know what you're going into when you watch this film. It's not a fast-paced action film or anything like that. It's definitely a smart thriller that is, not fast-paced or anything. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out this review. I will be back with plenty more reviews and content on the channel very, very soon.